So we'll go right hand first. Ready to go?
It's the only one I'm bothered about.
Only one you're bothered about. Guys, here we go. The match that will open the Dark Card 2 event is between two absolute rocks in the lightweight division. Making his highly anticipated debut here. Part of the Savage Search criteria was to be cool as balls. This man ticked that box so hard, we could not deny it. And his name is Kevin PALKO. He loves a war, and he's come all the way from the USA. Ho-ha-ho is his zone. Police officer.
Yes, sir.
You come to read the rules to this mother fluffer
Absolutely.
on home ground. Craig Sanders, representing the UK, the Birmingham Bullet, will be known to most guys who watch the Super Series and who followed the sport of professional arm wrestling for the last 20 plus years. A multiple WAF silver medalist, finalist at the World Arm Wrestling League, and many, many other accolades. One of the most decorated British arm wrestlers of all time. And you're the welcoming committee when the police bust in the joint. Where's the confidence at, Craig?
Do you know what? He's looking strong.
He is, isn't he?
Yeah.
He is
Just
just
looking at his
the
arms.
same thing. Keep the magic alive, mate. Keep the magic alive. Joking aside, buddy, how much do you know about Kevin? Because there is a story, I believe. You've met this guy before.
Yeah, we met him at the Worlds in France last year when we was on the ferry on the way back. We must have arm wrestled the whole journey. Neither of us could move each other, so
That bodes well,
no, it's
doesn't
going
it?
to be a good match, yeah.
No, I actually didn't know that you guys had ever met before until the other day when Kevin told me that.
Yeah.
Now, you're on home ground, you're here in the UK, he's travelled from the United States of America. Do you feel that gives you a potential advantage here, mate? Are you feeling ready and relaxed?
Yeah, I'm ready. I know he's on form at the moment. He's just won the Nationals and the Arnold, so, but yeah, I'm on form as well, so yeah, should be good.
And let's have a quick weight check. Where are you at right now?
83.
And your body weight at the moment, mate?
About 172 pounds.
So the lighter man, Kevin, you're right on the, yeah. I must admit, it's getting older.
It is, I'm getting fat.
Yeah. So it's not usable weight.
Yeah, it's not.
Right.
It's not a good weight.
Yeah, it's all Italian takeaway
Yeah,
weight.
yeah.
But it's fair to say Kevin has been on a real tear, as you say. He's just come off the Arnold's win, and he had an impressive victory there against Roman Gromov in the final.
Yeah,
That's another guy you know very well.
Yeah.
But what that will have shown you is maybe a few options where Roman was able to get a little bite on him. Have you been doing your homework on Kevin?
Yeah, I have. Yeah. Yeah, he's got a lot more. He's got quite a lot of material out there, hasn't he? So, yeah. But yeah, he's looking strong. So.
Now you're going to pull over 6 rounds, Craig. Birmingham Bullet's the name. You like to finish people, put them away quickly. If this doesn't go to plan, have you been working your endurance? Because we've seen you come up short against Ray Lipinge over 6 rounds, and I remember you saying there were times when you felt you could have done more, dominated more, and made that come out very differently.
Yeah, I made a mistake. I could have pinned him at some points in that match, but I was trying to burn him out, but then he burnt me out in the end. But yeah, I'm arm wrestling up 3 times a week at the moment, and I've had 4 competitions this year already. So yeah, I'm in good form at the moment.
Kevin, let's come over to you, mate. He said he's been doing his homework. He said he's watched you pull quite a few times. But you've got a really sinister edge to you coming into this thing. You look like you wanted to be here. You look like you've come ready, and you look like the hunter in this match. Is that how you feel?
For sure. And it's funny because 8 months ago, you were somebody I was looking up to. And now, as we're sitting here, I just want to beat you so bad. So,
Nice, isn't it?
I mean, this is probably my biggest opportunity that I've had so far, at least the biggest stage that I've been on. So like you said, I'm the hunter right now. So I got as big as I could. I'm as strong as I can right now. So I just hope I can stop that match. And I know you're the Birmingham Bullet, but a bullet doesn't work when the gun gets jammed. And that's what I want to do. I want to tight up as much as I can, and I want to stop that match because I don't think anybody in the lightweight division has better endurance than I do. So if I can get that match where I want it, I think it's going to be mine.
Now let's talk about that a little bit, mate, because one of the reasons, a major reason that attracts people to your arm wrestling is your style of arm wrestling. You're not the guy. You're not the Birmingham Bullet. You're not that guy. You're not the guy that burns someone to the pad in a heartbeat and it's done and dusted and everybody can go home. You're the guy that gets in the grueling, career-ending death war time after time after time. Do you kind of feel like, even though this is your first time out at Arm Wars, you're home?
I think so. Because I think that's what Arm Wars is all about, is they want to see the war. And I don't think I've ever been in an easy match. Even against competitors who are much more below me, it seems like I'm always getting into this war for whatever reason. Mm-hmm. And that's just my style. I've tried to become faster. I've tried to become, a different style, but then it just comes back to me stopping in this position and grueling it out and bleeding them out until the end.
Now, you've been in the country for a couple of days now, and a lot of people, when they travel over for the first time to any kind of major competition, there's so many other factors that come into this. Have you slept well? Do you feel adjusted to the time zone? Are your nerves a factor? If you look at yourself now, Kevin, where do you feel coming into this match? Are you in a good place? Have you got the required amount of sleep? Do you feel overly nervous, pensive, anxious? Or are you confident and ready to rock?
Yeah, I think as far as like the sleep or getting used to the time zone, I think I'm at the best point I could be. On the flight over here, I slept pretty much the whole night. The 2 nights that I've been here, I've got a decent 8 hours of sleep both night. So I think I'm pretty acclimated to the time zone. As far as nerves, I might have a good poker face, but deep down inside right now, I got the butterflies. I'm feeling it, but I'm not going to show it, that's for sure. Yeah.
What about yourself, Craig? Are you nervous coming into this? Do you feel pressure?
I'm just enjoying it at the moment, so yeah, I'm at that stage in my career when I just enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. And people who don't know, just let the guys at home know how long you've been arm wrestling, Craig, at the top level.
I think my first competition was 16, so I won my first British title in 2000, so long time.
Mm-hmm. I was about 5 years old.
Yeah. So you were competing at world class when this man was 5 years old. Anything there that sends a bit of a shiver up your spine? Where they say experience counts.
Yeah, and
that's the thing. You've been with the best.
Well, that's the thing about arm wrestling is people get better as they get older. A lot of times, I know that there's a certain point where you might lose some explosiveness, or some things might go down, but
then the old man strength kicks
exactly in. that tendon strength, the old man strength, that doesn't go away. So absolutely, a veteran sitting across from me is definitely concerning.
In terms of Craig's style, we've seen that, and he's known for the speed, he's known for the fast finish, but joking aside, you saw the match with Ray Lapinge, who's an absolute warhorse, and yet Craig would not go away, would not be denied, wouldn't be put away early. Do you feel like you can offer that same venom to a match if it does stop, and do you think that you can outlast him because of the age differential?
I think so. I think me and Coach Ray have a very similar style. Even though he's a little bit bigger than I am, I think we're so similar that if I could do even a little bit of what Coach Ray did, I think I have a chance.
When you look at the sort of layout of the match, there's a different approach when you're in a super match, particularly a 6-rounder or 7-rounder as this will be with the Silver Bullet. It can be a battle of attrition. Both men are going to burn at a similar rate if you can make the match take place where you want it to take place. Have you sort of planned out in your mind the flow of the match, Kevin? Do you feel like if the thing hits the skids early and this guy got a flash pin on you early, have you been through that scenario planning where you're just keeping yourself calm? Or do you plan to take control, grab this thing by the scruff of the neck in round 1?
I think there's a high possibility that Craig could flash me, if not one, maybe a few rounds. But that's what's so cool about Arm Wars is we have 6 or 7 rounds to do this. Yeah. So even if Craig gets up on me 3-0, I can make the adjustments to come back 3-3. We can take this 7 rounds.
Talk to me about straps, Craig. Straps is, in some respects, deemed as the enemy of the fast arm wrestler. It gives your opponent the anchor point, and the old thing is, you know, that the straps don't lie, and it favours the power man. It favours the guy with the top end strength. You said when you looked across the room earlier on at Kevin that you sized him up and thought, he looks really strong, his forearms look big, and they really do. Do you feel like you can match this guy in his area of the table? Do you think you can mix it up with him on top end strength?
Not sure. I'm going to try and stay away from it at the start. But you know, midway through the match, if it's going my way, I'll have a go. But only then.
Yeah, your plan is to be evasive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fascinating pair up this, because you're in many ways you're kind of polar opposite, and that can make for the very best of matches, or it can be flatline if one man's got just that little too much.
Yep.
If you were going to predict a score here, Craig, knowing the shape you're in, knowing the level that you've competed at throughout your career, first of all, do you think this guy is in that echelon of the upper level guys that you've pulled? Do you see this guy as an equal level of threat?
100%, yeah. Yeah, obviously pretty equal.
So, if you were going to predict a scoreline, what would it be? And how would the match go?
I think maybe, hopefully, if I can get some fast pins at the start, then as the match goes on, he'll slow me down, and then hopefully I can win 6-0, but you know, 4-2, probably, hopefully 3-3, don't know. You don't know until it happens.
Same question. I love that. All smiles, no smiles. Come to do business. How do you see this thing going now, Kevin? What's the score going to be?
I think it'll go 3-3, and it'll come down to the silver bullet. And I think that's going to be the hardest match, because I think Craig is dangerous in the fact that he has that speed to flash you. So it's going to be all or nothing for me to stop the match. And if I stop it, I think I can win.
Will you be looking for the strap, or are you looking for the anchor point?
I want the strap. Yeah. If I can get there, that's a different question. I don't know if Craig's hand control is so strong that I won't be able to get to it.
It's like run the gauntlet a little, isn't it? You know.
And that's the thing. I don't want to try to run away and get caught doing something stupid, and next thing I know it, I'm getting pinned. So I want to play it as safe as possible, getting to the straps, but I definitely do want the straps.
And is this your first time over 6 rounds? Is this the first time you've pulled 6? Really?
Yeah,
wow.
I've done super matches before. They've all been best of 5. I think best of 6 will benefit me even more.
Yeah, longest duration that he's ever pulled in. And yourself, Craig, my God, how many 6-rounders have you been in? I mean...
A lot, yeah. It is. It's totally different, isn't it? It's
almost
a different
sport,
yeah.
Isn't it? It really is. And would you say that you're better suited to main draw tournament because of that element of surprise?
Yeah, I'm definitely better for main draw tournaments because of my speed. But you have a different approach to arm wars. You don't use your speed as much because you're trying to tire the other person out at the same time.
Yeah.
So
in the back of your mind, just for the benefit of the people watching who might not be familiar with what you're talking about there, are you more likely to, in this kind of scenario, hit to position or hit for position from which you can then fatigue the guy? So you're using almost the positional advantage as a weapon, but not necessarily finishing?
Definitely yes, but not at the start. Hit to the pad at the start, but
because I was just going to say, because that's a dangerous game.
Yeah, because I've done that in the past, and then you end up losing, and then you're 1 round down, and then yeah.
Because every time you do that, the risk involved is that your arm blows up, isn't it? That you get, and a guy that's used to pulling in that style, he's taken that little edge away from you.
Yeah.
Fascinating matchup, ladies and gents. Craig Sanders, the Birmingham Bullet. Can he make sure this is not a misfire? He's going to be firing at a target from the USA. His name is Kevin PALKO. This is his first outing here in the Arm Wars Super Series. Who have you got? We're going to toss for sides. Kevin, Craig, you guys want to decide who gets the call, or?
I'll take heads.
Okay. It is. Do you want your hands facing the referee, back of your hand facing ref, or back of your hand away?
I want my back in my hand.
6 and a silver bullet.
Let me see. I want to have it facing the referee.
Yeah. You will get that. Kevin PALKO wins the toss. Ladies and gents, Arm Wars Dark Card 2. We start the day right here with these two men, the UK versus the USA. Who have you got?